Hello everyone, we are looking in at Eat My Shorts. After the harvest, you can see how much lower the bedding level is. I'm gonna have to reach way down. I know my arm always gets in the way when I'm in this bin of the camera because it's a big, deep tote. And of course, I have to do this from a sitting position from my mobility scooter. So that's why I'm reaching in at this funny angle. So anyway, let me just try to see how our worms are doing today. I've still got moisture on the top of this newspaper, which I'm thankful for because I noticed that this bin is drying out faster. Not surprising because after the harvest, I took out 90% of the bedding and it's just left with these leaves and then the old waistband from the shorts, and they are drying out faster. So I'll just take all that away. Let's dig down and look at the worms. All right. Yeah, there's still moisture in here, but look at that. My hand scratched on the bottom of the bin right away. So you can tell. Oh, and there's a little fruit fly running up the wall. That's the other thing about shallow bedding. Harder to bury food. But yeah, still lots of happy, active worms in here. So they're having good fun in this leaf bedding that I've been giving them. Now, I just did a little video showing how I make my aged bedding using rainwater. And actually, I just sit tubs out on my patio and let the rain fall in it and just put carbons in it. Various carbons. So Eat My Shorts being the happy beneficiary of the leaves that I've been aging like that. And other than these stems that you see everywhere, the leaves have gone. The leaves have just vaporized because they were soaking in that moist rainwater. Well, rainwater for a good month or more, and so they were well on their way to being dissolved by the time I put them in here. And so today, given the worms a bit of a shake-up, haven't I? But this bedding is drying. So today, I've gone to the well again, and I've got some rainwater infused of shredded paper. So when we did our shredding marathon, I also did the same with a rain bucket. So let me get some of that. There we go. It's quite a clump. Look at it sticking to my hands. So that's the thing about paper, will have the tendency to clump. But I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not in a hurry to do anything with this bin. I just harvested it. It was 2 months between harvests, almost to the day. Well, about 2 months and 5 days or something. So this bin does turn over quickly, and I think this aged carbon is going to make it turn over fast again. But I'm not in a hurry to see that this paper break up. So it's been out in that bin since before Christmas. So I think even though that paper looked a bit clumpy going in, I think we'll be surprised how fast the worms will chow down through it. Now let's get some food on top. All right, this is just a food scrap container. You can see an end of a bok choy there, a tea bag, and you can see some tea leaves on top. And I just want to mention that that is chai tea. You can see the chai spices maybe, they're a bit loose right there on the top. These are the chai spices. Don't be afraid to put spice in your worm bins. People say that they think the worm skin will burn and everything. You know, if there's anything like that in a worm bin, the worms are just going to avoid it until the microbes break it into basically just little scraps that the worms can ingest. But I don't think this type of spice bothers them at all. So I'm just going to rest the container down, throw the tea bag in there, the end of the bok choy. This food actually isn't that wet. I'm just going to shovel. There we go. That's probably enough food for these. There's quite a few worms in here. That's probably enough food right there. Now, like I said, I did catch one little fungus gnat flying up the wall when I open this bin, but there's really not a lot of bedding to cover this. So let's get another handful of my shredded paper. That bucket also had the remaining few scraps of aging leaves in the bottom, so there will be a little bit of both. And obviously a huge needle from our 200-foot pine tree in our back garden. Okay, so with that topping up, I think I'm just gonna let the rest of the bin stay undisturbed. I'll just put the cardboard and the paper back down, give these worms some privacy and some darkness, and put the bubble wrap on top to stop it drying out. It's important to check on this bin more frequently now that it doesn't have the bedding volume, to make sure that it doesn't dry out in between regular feedings. All right, everyone, that's goodbye from Sandra, and eat my shorts.